Hey there, this is Mini Pots with a unboxing of a surprise package. It was delivered by Amazon and I was a little bit surprised and I was made aware of it being shipped to me, but I received notification last fall that it was being shipped to me, and so when it actually showed up, I rejoiced. Let's just put it there. So hang on, I'm going to make some adjustments to my camera and I will be back. Okay, as you see, I zoomed out a little bit. It is a big box. It must weigh 15 pounds. And this is a Kickstarter. This is something I did May of 2025. I only did it because it was supposed to be released October 2025. And I do not like the Kickstarters that run into multiple years. And what does it say here? The shop of many things. Now, I don't know if this is everything. Magnetic tiles for D&D enhanced underground hybrid maps. Okay, so it has the shipping from China. And I know they had some problems with getting the things to work because they were a little bit more complicated than they originally seemed. And then they also changed some things that upset some people, where they put the hexagonal gridding and box gridding on different sides. So what do we have here? Okay. Overlays, which is what I'm excited about. Fog of War tiles. And these are just thinner things. And oh, what does it say? So we have Realm Brew. You know, let's look at this and see. So they had one like super duper package that I never go for that. It just always seems like it's way too much, and I'll never do everything in it, or I will never want everything in it. So, okay, Alchemist Workshop, Red Dragon Lair, Subterranean Rivers, Caverns. So you have the rocks and stuff. Goblins Hideout. Okay. I like the packaging on these things. So this is, I'm going to be doing a spoiler alert, so just deal with it. We have pits and a trapdoors. We have debris. These are the slinky overlays. I forget, there's a more technical term. I don't know what that is really. Maybe bookcase. Yeah, bookcases and doors. Okay. Forges. Or something. Idols and corners. Broken bridge. That's cool. I was doing a lot of well, not a lot. I was doing some D&D a couple years ago. I have been doing it with the same group for some time, and I don't know. I thought maybe bars, wall divider, or a wall with patterns on it, or tapestry. That is cool. And it's a top-down view, so they're a little bit abstracted. That is amazing. Okay. And I did this super early word. For whatever reason, which I hardly ever do, unfortunately. But let's go through another one real quick. This is the Goblin's Hideout. So we have fires, beds, work areas, tanning, pit of some kind that the goblins wool or palisade, barricade. Um, the art on this is surprisingly clear. Sorry. I don't know if you can see that as the glare. Treasure hoard. And like if the goblins had little barricades and fortifications and caverns. Awesome. Okay, just on these, not seeing the tile, I'm like very pleased. Now I just wish I had a game to play with these off the top. I just think that that would be, oh, you start thinking about the real systems you have and how you can work. I don't want to do a D&D thing, but we'll see. Underground caverns, I think this should be nice and boring. Yeah, it just has the strange dividers that you would expect and elevated places and chasms, debris, pits. Oh, with the walkway along the side of and just sort of elevated little areas. Okay, was this worth the wait? So far, I would say it's been worth the wait. Okay, enough of that. And these are magnetic locking, and there, some of them have 1-inch grid, and these are the subterranean. I didn't get the special markers. I just sort of figured that any type of dry erase marker was going to be dry erasable. Man hewn. Okay, so I did get one of each. Oh, they're not as thick as I thought they were going to be. They're two-sided. Oh, no, they're thick. So on the side, you can see that they look like they're two tiles put together. This is awesome. Yeah, I don't know how many come in. 18 tiles only. Okay. So you have basically 18 times 2 because they're, but obviously you can only use 18 at any given moment. The art is nice. It's well done. I don't know how they feel like it's been printed on, because you feel a bit of a texture to it, but that might just be like the laminating process or something. Okay, I'm very happy that I did this, and hopefully you will see more content from other creators out there about this. And so I also got the fog of war overlays, and it doesn't tell me they're magnetic. It doesn't tell me how many there are in one on the cover or on the looks like there's about 18 or so you have enough to cover your set. And I know I start getting in that where I talk sort of wispy and I talk sort of distant, so I'm looking at the details. So if you're picking these up, you might have wanted to pick up 2 sets of, just so you can cover enough space, but I don't know. I did this on a whim. I wasn't sure. But that looks cool. I think, yeah, see on the back side, these have rooms. Oh, that's neat. Yeah. Where the mixing of the cavern into there's torches built into the, don't like that idea, but that's okay. You can't have, there's a faint rattling which causes me to wonder what's, I'm not going to show you every single one of these. I don't think it's something you really want. But maybe I'm wrong, but if I am and you want me to do more of a, that's a, I don't know if that's a weird one, sort of a cop out. I didn't mean, I'm sorry to keep that. Look at that. That's sweet. These are nice. Very nice. Worth the wait. Yeah. Worth the price I paid. Yeah, I paid one. I just looked this up on Kickstarter before I 170 with shipping and no 178 for 3 sets or twice the number. I want to make sure I got everything that I paid for. Okay, and the colors are vibrant. And it has the hexes hinted at by the dots. That doesn't work, but that does. because I remember being concerned about. So I'm very pleased I did this. This is sort of surprising to me. Aha! You have more of the water tiles, I think, on the backside. And just a really nice production. Nicely packaged. You will know what they are from, they sit on the shelves. You can see it quickly. So thank you very much. If you enjoyed this, please remember to like and subscribe. And if you are so inclined, let them know that you heard about it here on my channel. I would recommend it. So cool little things, and with so much you could do with these, with all of them. Who doesn't like a nice little dungeon delve? And this is what surprised me. I did not realize they had some other sets that were more over the top. I didn't think that they were for the transfers. Someone's laid out their pajamas. I don't see magic circles. I see a lot of fire spell effects or trap effects. No magic circles, but that's okay. That's the Alchemist Workshop. So, hey, listen, again, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. And if you've been thinking about these, I think they are delivering all over the place. I think they got the ones overseas in like Europe and earlier, but I have not seen any reviews. But of course, I haven't really Googled them, or looked at a search for them. But yeah, very nice. The color is brilliant on these. I'm sort of surprised. It does have that cartoony effect, but it's done well. It's sort of color and then black on the outline. And anyway, I'm talking way too much, and I think we're drawing to a close. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hey there, it's Mini Pots again, and I am doing this addendum to the video. I was able to record it the day I arrived, and it was earlier this week. Today's Friday, and I mentioned towards the end of it that I think a part of my Kickstarter was missing. And so I looked at the invoices. Yes, I know what I ordered. Okay, cool. I got on the Discord channel. They have a Discord, and I said, what do I do if I have a problem with my order? And they promptly said, it's here in the general notes. And I sent out a email to their customer service channel that they have. And from that, I got a very kind, prompt reply saying that there is no problem and look for it in the next few weeks, as Amazon, who was the shipper for this, decided to ship something, that particular part of the order, separately. So what it was is that at the end of the Kickstarter, you had the option of buying another set of these 18 tiles for $40, which was a steal as far as I was concerned, and well worth the price. In my opinion, no matter how great these are, there are not enough of them to survive on just getting one box. I think it should be almost like 2 boxes is mandatory. Not because you're going to be doing these great sprawling spreads, but you will encounter problems like what I just was doing. Finding the right tile. If you do a large cave, you're going to run into problems of finding the right tile to fit that particular area that you are working with. And I think if you had 2 sets, you can make it work a lot easier. It's a very simple system, but it's not. And I understand that the artwork is complicated, but sometimes you want your adventurers to be encountering something a little bit larger. And when you start going into these larger setups, you will have fewer and fewer options because you've already used those tiles on the previous setups. And I think you'll be happier if you get 2. If you were thinking about doing this, get 2. It's not to like disparage what's here, but I think you'll just be happier if you got 2. You can make it work. And it's cool. It's a cool system. I'm glad I did it. I was having some regrets, especially since some of it didn't arrive. And after playing with it for a few times, I wish I'd bought a couple extra things, but that's okay. It's because they had specific sets for different things, and I wish that I had done some of that or considered that as at the add-on levels, but it took so long to get here, and they are wonderful, but I think that having 2 sets of at least these the natural caverns will keep it going and make it work for what it is. So thank you. So again, if you are experiencing, you got this and you experience a missing piece, reach out to them. They didn't like argue. They just said, oh, it's not a problem. We have communicated with Amazon and and I'm paraphrasing, and they shipped it in 2 separate shipments. So this was a larger box, and the next one will be just that single add-on. And who knows, I might be pleasantly surprised with that one too. So thank you very much for watching, and remember, as I said before, to like and subscribe. Happy gaming.